Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Goddess Gemini Gifts. Today's reading is going to be the well-awaited for the Gemini versus Gemini Love Tarot reading. So please remember that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It may or may not resonate. Only take what does and leave the rest for another person to claim. Also, Geminis, if you'd like, you can book a tarot reading with me on the link in my description box, as well as, of course, the most on my profile page there. The readings are 66% off, already marked down 50% off. So honestly, the hour readings are like $25. The 15-minute readings are like, I think, $6 or something. It's crazy. So with the code Halloween, it's 66% off, or if you click on the links, it's already on there. You can also join to be a member of my Ko-Fi, which will give you additional readings. So if that's something you're interested in, great. If not, honestly, you just watching my videos means so much to me, and I appreciate you as always. Now, I don't know how many people are actually in a Gemini relationship, but as somebody who was the queen of Gemini relationships a long time ago, I can tell you, if you're the crazy Gemini and you've got a crazy Gemini, stuff gets real crazy real quick. So with that being said, let's get into this. We're going to cleanse the cards, the energy in the space, of course. All right, so cleanse the cards, the energy in space, cleanse the cards, the energy in the space, cleanse the cards, the energy in the space, cleanse the cards, the energy in the space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask for you to join me today in this reading for our lovely Gemini friends. So what is it that you can tell us for our lovely Gemini friends today? Okay, what do we need to know? What can we see? What can we hear? All right, you know what I mean? Gemini friends, what do they need to know regarding their love connection with another Gemini? Okay, so that being said, let's get into this lovely reading here. Okay, so as always with all the other readings, Gemini, this is going to be your side. This is going to be your other Gemini side, and this is going to be the connecting. However, any of the readings, including this one especially, you may notice the energy could relate to both sides, either side, the connecting energy. It all just depends on who you are, right? And the situation regarding you. So starting with Gemini, and then we'll go to Gemini, and then we'll go to the connecting. Okay, so let's find out here. What is the energy between Gemini and Gemini? What is the energy here with the Geminis in this love connection? Gemini connecting, okay? What is the conflict here between Geminis and Geminis, okay? What is the negatives affecting the situation, please? Okay. What are the positives affecting the situation, please? Okay. What are the neutrals affecting the situation, please? Okay. And what is the possible solution, outcome, advice for this situation, please? All right. So Geminis. Gemini gang. All right. Groupies of the Geminis. Okay, group. Let's get into this. So, Gemini, on your side, you have the Eight of Swords. So, you may be feeling a little bit trapped mentally in this situation. The other Gemini has the Moon in reverse. So, they are definitely leaving some kind of innovation, inspiration, indication. I don't know. They're just leaving that kind of introspective energy. The Emperor, I see this as a battle sometimes. Both of you stand in your power very much so, which is a very Gemini thing to do. However, I do feel like some of you Geminis on this side definitely feel like sometimes you have to be the Emperor energy and the other person isn't. Sometimes you have to feel like the dominant energy in this connection, okay? And that can be a little bit conflicting for you. Sometimes you have to be the backbone of everything, okay? And this person, sometimes I feel like they can be very manipulative, okay? And that's something I see, and that's what may be causing this mental conflict for you, okay? Next, we have the little bit of conflict here. So what is your conflict, Gemini? So on your side is the Ace of Cups. So what I see for you is you're not too sure of the emotions, or how they're expressing their emotions may not be what they say is may not be how they act, is kind of what I'm getting. So they could say they love you, but they don't act like they do, okay? Their conflict on their side is a little bit of, I want to be free. Okay, so I feel like some of them, not everybody, may also have a side piece. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why that's showing up, but for some of them, they may. That Two of Cups shows a connection. However, because it's in the conflict, I do see a little bit of a conflict in the connection. Definitely uncertainty. See, you got the Ace to the Two, so I feel like you do definitely give more of love, whereas they give this more like independent kind of energy, right? There is good to have independence in a connection, but when you're acting like you're single, that's not good, okay? So, what is the negatives affecting the situation? Gemini with the Temperance in reverse. I feel like you're lacking patience in this situation. On their side, they have the Three of Swords. So on their side, I definitely see a possibility of a third party interference. Okay, that could be the negatives. Now, whether it was you or them, that's for you to know. It could also be like work or something else. It doesn't necessarily mean cheating, but because I had this card, that kind of makes me wonder about something. And then the connecting energy in the negatives is a justice in reverse. So I do feel a little bit lack of justice. I feel like it is on your side if this is a cheating scandal, okay? If you're the one cheating, then the injustice part is on their side, and they are the ones dealing with this heartbreak and not sure how to move forward, all right? What are the positives affecting the situation? All right, Gemini, this is interesting. The positives affecting the situation on your side isn't necessarily seen as a positive, but maybe it is for you. Maybe you're reflecting on the negativity throughout your relationship, trying to really understand where things went wrong. Now, what I'm going to tell you is do not beat yourself up in the situation, especially if you were dealing with cheating. Okay. With that being said, it's time for you to really look at that. Do you want this to go further? Can you forgive? Can you move on? Or is it time for you to stand your ground, see the light through the darkness, and maybe realize that you are your own light and you don't need this connection? That just depends on who you are. On this side, they have the Five of Swords in reverse. So the positive they are realizing is they need to not listen to other people's influence, because that is what is causing conflict in the connection. So maybe if they had stepped out before, they are now understanding that they really did hurt you in a sense, but that doesn't mean you have to forgive them. Okay. With the Six of Cups in reverse, I do see definitely a negative memory kind of situation. So I do see some stuff being brought up. Now, this person also could be having to face the realities, right? Not their own realities, but the realities that you are showing them, right? Okay, so next we have, and I also heard mental turmoil. Okay, what are the neutrals affecting the situation? The Six of Pentacles. So the neutral is you feel like there's no equal give and take in the situation. All right. They have the Knight of Pentacles. So I find it very interesting how we have the Pentacles all across this reading. So they have the Knight of Pentacles. So they have more slow moving energy. Now I don't know if they're trying to slowly walk away from the connection um, because they're looking for something else, or if they're leading you on slowly just to see if you're gonna, forgive them or take them back, and if they can still have this foundation. However, with the Ace of Pentacles showing, I do see a lack of an actual solid foundation being built. I see broken trust, and honestly, I see that someone needs to really look at this answer here, okay? Next, what is your possible outcome? You have the Sun in reverse. They have the Two of Swords, and then you have the King of Wands in reverse together. Okay, so Gemini, on your side here, the Sun in reverse, I do see you not seeing any kind of light in this situation. For some of you, not all of you. Some of you may forgive, some of you may not, depending on who's the cheater, if there's a cheater, or if it's just outside forces causing effect. Okay, but I do see some of you with that Sun in reverse not really interested in seeing where this is going to go any further. They have the Two of Swords, so they are going to allow, even though they know they shouldn't, some of them may allow outside forces to try to convince them otherwise, or they may try to see how they can convince you by trying to keep that blindfold on you so that you don't see the reality. And that's weird because I never get a message like that, but that's what I'm getting. But the King of Wands in reverse, I do definitely see a little bit of energy of fear. Okay, and I normally don't see this with this, but I do see a little bit of energy of fear, standing your ground. It's almost, I heard, splitting assets and not knowing really how to do that properly. Okay, so if this is a reading that resonates with you, so I'm so sorry. If it isn't, please throw it away. But that's all I really have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you as always, and I hope you're having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.